Committee members, it is Thursday, January 30th. We're at the Finance Committee, and we are going to begin voting. And we're going to start with the first bill is the last bill on your list, Senate Bill 209. And Amber, you want to start that?
Sure. So SB 209 is just the State Commission of Real Estate Appraisers sunset extension, and there's a report requirement. You should have a reprint in front of you for this bill. There's an amendment being offered by the Vice Chair Hayes, extending the commission by 3 years rather than 5 years. And this just gives the opportunity, there's a report requirement in here. The report is due July 1, 2028. So you'll have it in time to review for the 2029 session before the board sunsets in 2029. And that amendment is at page 2, line 6. There was no unfavorable testimony, and there's no fiscal impact.
Thank you. Do I have any questions at all for Senate Bill 209? Do I have a motion?
Move favorable with amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair.
Second.
And second is Senator Reedy. We can do if everybody's in favor, we can just raise hands. No one's opposed? Senator Kramer, are you in favor? Thank you. We're trying to move this along, so thank you. Okay, so thank you, Amber. So now we're going to go to.
We'll just go straight up from bottom to the top.
Go from the bottom to the top?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do Senate Bill 228, limited line credit insurance. Who's taking that?
I got that one.
Thank you.
Senate Bill 228 is a departmental bill, and you'll have to excuse me, some of these terms are actually new to me too. There's apparently a lot of licenses out there issued in order to sell insurance. This isn't the case for an applicant for a limited lines license to act as an insurance producer for limited line credit insurance. This applicant will eventually sell complete, they have to take a program that is provided by the insurer in order to sell this product. What the department bill does is, it used to have, the department would have to approve these programs. It repeals that requirement that they approve these programs, and instead it would put requirements that these programs must include in order for this person to be licensed to sell this type of insurance. It also reserves the right for the commissioner to review these programs upon request.
Do I have any questions on Senate Bill 228? Can I have a motion to approve Senate Bill 228? Senator Mounts moved favorable. Do I have a second? Senator Ellis is second. All in favor of Senate Bill 228, raise hands. Anyone opposed? No one's opposed. Senate Bill 228 passes.
Okay, the next bill is Senate Bill 212. This is a Department of Aging department bill. It's mostly a reorganization bill and a modernization bill that updates programs and combines programs. Specifically, the bill would repeal the Congregate Housing Service Program. It would repeal the Senior Assisted Living Subsidy Program, and it would repeal the inactive Interagency Committee on Aging Services. Instead, all elements of these programs are maintained and put under a title entitled Aging Services, and these services will be managed by the department. There is also, in terms of updating, it replaces seniors with older adults. That's something only Senator Kramer and I are concerned about. So apparently older adults is the now accepted term for folks who would receive services from these programs. There's a reprint in front of you. There were several amendments that were offered by the department and the chair. On page 2 of 7, a reprint from the areas, it specifies that instead of area agency, it says area agency on aging, which is the correct term for these organizations. And then if you go all the way to the last page of the reprint, there's some uncodified language here that, again, this was suggestions during this testimony that as they reorganize and retool these programs, they should consult with stakeholders regarding the new programs, and that any program recipients who are receiving services currently, pending a reassessment, should continue to receive the services unless reassessed differently. It also pushes back the implementation of the changes 1 year to July 1st, 2026 instead of July 1st, 2025.
Any questions for David? Do I have a motion for Senate Bill 212? Thank you, Senator Mounts. Second? Second, Senator Guile. All in favor of Senate Bill 212? All in favor, thank you. Senate Bill 217, Nathan?
Sure. Yeah, go to the bottom of the pile. Up next is Senate Bill 217. This is a departmental bill that, as amended and reflected on pages 3 and 4 of the reprint before you, it's an amendment that's being offered by the chair. The bill extends the termination date for, first, the State Board of Professional Counselors and Therapists and the related Behavior Analyst Advisory Committee by 2 years to July 1, 2028. Second, the bill extends the State Board of Pharmacy by 5 years to July 1, 2030. And then finally, 2 boards, the State Board of Examiners for Audiologists, Hearing Aid Dispensers, Speech-Language Pathologists, and Music Therapists, as well as the Board of Massage Therapy Examiners by 5 years to 2031. So the bill also increases the membership of the State Board of Massage Therapy Examiners from 7 to 9, and then adds 1 additional licensed massage therapist and 1 additional consumer to the board.
Any questions? Can I, Senator Gao, was that a motion? Yes. Senator Gao made the motion. To have a second? Senator Mount, second. All in favor of Senate Bill 217? No opposition? Senate Bill 217 passes. Senate Bill 213.
Next, yes, Senate Bill 213 is a departmental bill that extends from December 31, 2025 to December 31, 2027, the date through which the Maternal and Child Health Population Health Improvement Fund may be used for maternal and child population health improvements. Therefore, would allow the Department of Health to spend through calendar year 2027 any monies remaining in the fund on December 31, 2025. So there are no amendments and there is no opposition.
Move favorable.
Senator Hayes moved favorable. Do I have a second? Senator Ellis? I thought that might happen. All in favor of Senate Bill 213? Any opposition? Senator Reedy, you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay, no, it's okay. Senate Bill 213 passes unanimously. Now, Senate Bill 157.
Senate Bill 157 establishes the Maryland Disability Service Animal Program and Fund in the Department of Disabilities to refer eligible individuals to selected nonprofit training entities to be paired with an appropriate service animal. The department must select at least 1 qualified nonprofit entity to carry out the program. This is similar to an existing program for veterans, and I'll note that this bill passed the Senate unanimously in 2024.
Okay, do I have a motion for Senate Bill 157? Senator Hershey has a question.
Hey, just, Nathan, do you mind just explaining the fund portion of this, please?
The bill establishes a fund that would be able to receive any monies designated to it by the governor or through private donation, and then those funds would be used to support the efforts.
Okay, so it's not a mandated appropriation of funds? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that question, Senator. Senator Hayes?
Yeah, quick question, Nathan. And I must have missed this earlier. Does it make it mandatory that they find a nonprofit, and for what reason are they identifying a nonprofit to do it?
Yeah, so the nonprofit is the training entity that would pair individuals with the service animals.
So I guess they're recognizing the state doesn't have that capacity.
Correct. And again, it is modeled off of an existing program for veterans.
Yeah, got it, thanks.
And we passed this bill last year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so do I have a motion for Senate Bill 157? Senator Gahn in favor. Do I have a second? Senator Mounts, thank you. All in favor of Senate Bill 157? Any opposed? All in favor? Passed unanimously. Thank you. Last bill on this list. Nathan?
Senate Bill 47. This bill does 4 things. So 1, it clarifies the definition of physical therapist assistant. It adds a second licensed physical therapist assistant to the board. Third, it requires the board to send renewal notices by email, but provide notices by first-class mail when requested by the licensee. And then finally, it updates the contents of the renewal notice accordingly. There are no amendments, there is no fiscal impact, no opposition.
Thank you, Senator Gao. Do I have a second? Senator Ellis? So on Senate Bill 47, all in favor? Are we going to raise our hands, or, okay, all in favor, no opposition, Senate Bill 47 passes. Our last piece of business is the withdrawal on Senate Bill 232. I need a motion unfavorable withdrawn for Senate Bill 232.
Unfavorable.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Senator Gao, will you second that? Thank you. Thank you. All in favor of the unfavorable on Senate Bill 232, please raise your hand. I guess Senator Reedy, you're okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's just asleep.
Unanimous. Thank you. Ends our voting session. Thank